And that process has kind of developed for me in different ways as I've begun to embrace it. But that's what I have discovered, really, that I'm here to do, and that I've really started to try and embrace and share with others, because it's something that we can all do, and it can be really powerful.
Absolutely. And there's been so much research done. Dr. Emoto was doing blessing water and then freezing the crystals with different I think the water was in different vials with words on them, or they would pray over it, and it did so many amazing things to the water, and it has consciousness. And so you going out there in the world are blessing all of these waters all over the world and connecting them all. That's amazing. Ooh, tell them a little bit about your journey, about how you collected the waters and what you did. I know a little bit about it, but it's there's so much more. Can you tell us about what happened? Like what you did this summer and how that
Yeah,
worked out?
I'd just like to touch on really quick Dr. Masaru Emoto. Uh,
Yes.
I first learned about him through Grandma Agnes Baker Pilgrim.
Mm.
And Grandma Aggie was the last living Takilma elder of the Rogue Valley. Wonderful woman. She traveled the world telling people that we're all water babies. We all come from water and we all go back to water, and that water is life. And she was a voice for the voiceless. And she really inspired me. And she met with Dr. Masaru Emoto, and he he gave her a necklace of a water crystal in it. And she spoke about that at one of the last events that she spoke at, where I got to see her in person. And when I was in Alaska, I found his book and started doing a little more research about what he was proving scientifically, because it was something that I've always known just as a knowing. Like, I've always known that water is intelligent and that water is a conscious. And I know it's because of how much time I've spent in, on, and around the water. I've spent a lot of time listening and talking and witnessing water's reaction to me. So I guess my journey this summer, it actually was inspired by my dog, Chessie. She was a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, and she passed away from lymphoma in May of this year. She made it to almost 15 years old. And I always told her that I wanted to take her to the Chesapeake Bay. There was something inside me that I thought would be just really awesome about taking her to her homelands, where her breed kind of was named after. And I didn't get to do that with her in the body that she was here in this life with me. But after she passed, well, when she was diagnosed with the cancer, the vet told me, I think she's got maybe 3 weeks. And my immediate thought was, that's enough time to get to the Chesapeake Bay. And then it was like, well, how am I going to do that? You know, life, money, etc., transportation. And it wasn't actually what I think Chessie wanted. I think Chessie wanted to be at home and spend time with her favorite people. So we did that instead. And then when she left, I thought, well, I could go now. You know, it's never too late. And she has been and was very quietly and not so quietly nudging me to do that journey. And it was another incredible experience in my life of how, like, the transition of water and the different forms it takes. Because Chessie, she was the ultimate water dog. She loved the river. And so anytime I would go to the water, she would show up in one form or another and just poke, like, Mom, you gotta go. You gotta go to the Chesapeake Bay. So I decided that I was going to do that with her ashes and take her in a different form over there. And along the way, I was going to stop at every major water body in the US to collect some water. This is my little vessel of waters that I've collected from all over the world now. It started long before this journey, but this had a very specific destination, if you will.